Okay, so hi. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you the very important notations that you will need when you are going to deal with the Keynes equation, right? So because if you don't know about these terms, these variables, it will be very difficult, which can ultimately lead into wrong answers. Okay, careful. So now uh, this is the ground level, right? So this is Keynes equation is a very important formula that you will come across when you are going to deal with hydrogeology. So this is the ground level, right? Because the reason is that from here you are going to make the water discharge, right? From here water will pump out, right? The this Q is the discharge rate here because you are going to take water out from there, and this is the ground level. This is the ground level, and this is the pre-pumping surface. That means the water level at rest, right? That is before pumping. This should be the level of water, right? So we call it as the pre-pumping surface. Done. And now this is the confined aquifer. Do I need to write that confined aquifer? Because the reason that why we call this confined aquifer is this is very well confined from this bottom layer and this top layer, very well confined. That means very well stored. Okay, so this is the thickness of this confined aquifer. Okay, so I can put it like that. Here you can see this thickness. So we call this thickness as B, right, which is the thickness of the aquifer. Ground level pre-pumping surface before pumping, this is where the discharge happens. So now here you can see a curve. So this curve connects the pre-pumping surface at the maximum level, or like the water level at rest, to the water level inside the well, right? So this curve is what we call as the cone of depression. So there is a curve. So uh, because this side, this diagram will also continue from this side also, but I sketched for the left side only, right? So now that is okay. So now here you can see a center line. So that center line passes through the center line of the well, because this is the well. So like that, basically, uh, at here and also at here, there are two observation wells, right? I will again come on to the screen lecture notes. This is just the explanation of the diagram, right? So don't worry about that. So from here we have a kind of an observation well. From here also we have a kind of an observation well. This is the very important curve, which is the cone of depression. You can also say curve of depression. So that's no problem, right? Okay, now just carefully get these terms into your mind, because now when you are going to pump out water, right? When you are going to pump out water, the level of water will reduce. Got it? So when you are going to pump out water from there, so the level of water before pumping, now it will reduce, because before pumping it will have the highest water level at here. Before pumping, highest water level, that is called this pre-pumping surface. So actually this curve represents the variation of the pumping surface, like the the variation of the water level, simply the variation of the water level. Okay, so that is this curve. So now careful. And now from this center line, you are going to measure a horizontal distance r1, right? You can say along this bottom surface. So measure horizontal distance r1 from the center line till here. So starting from this bottom surface, sketch a vertical line. You can see this is vertical. Sketch a vertical line till it meets this curve. So we can call this h1. That is the height to the water level measured from a distance r1. Got it? Again, measure a horizontal distance r2 from this center line to here. From this center line to here. What is the distance? So that is r2, right? So after at a distance of r2, start measuring from this bottom surface by sketching a vertical line. This is right vertical line. So this vertical line till it meets this curve, right? Sketch a vertical line until it meets this curve. So that is height h2. Okay, so now again focus. Now here you can see uh, at here. So at a distance of r1, right? Uh, if you're going to sketch a vertical line which is sketched from this pre-pumping surface, because you know this is the pre-pumping surface. So at a distance of R1, if you are again going to sketch a vertical line till it meets this curve, so that distance is S1. Here you can see S1. The line that you sketch vertically from this pre-pumping surface till it meets this curve at the distance of R1. So that we say that it has a drawdown. So that is a drawdown length. Drawdown. Like that, guys, simply we have two drawdowns, which is at here and which is at there. Drawdown. So again, at a distance of R2, because you know this is the distance at R2, the distance from the center line to here is R2. So again, from this pre-pumping surface, you are going to sketch again at a distance of R2 horizontally. By starting from this pre-pumping surface, you are going to sketch a vertical line. See this vertical line until it meets this curve. So this length. So that is this length we call as the drawdown length S2. So this is S2. Okay, guys. So now focus. Now carefully focus. This is also a drawdown length, which is S1, or you can call as height. So this drawdown is S1. See, this drawdown is S1 and this drawdown is S2. So now you can see, so when the radius, the length, when the length increases, because length increases from there, here R1, here R2. So when the length increases, what happens? The drawdown reduces. Length is going on and going on. The drawdown, or in simple words, this height, it reduces. So guys, you can notify at a particular radius. So just call this R3. At a special particular radius, which is R3, measured from this center line. So when it reaches here, right? So just measure. You are going to measure R3 from this center line to here, and from there you are going to sketch a vertical line till it meets this curve. So actually, it will meet by coinciding the pre-pumping surface. The pre-pumping surface, so it will right meet at the pre-pumping surface. That means the surface before pumping. So this is the maximum height. This is actually, in other words, the maximum height. This is H3. So at H3, you can observe there is no difference. There is no vertical difference between the pre-pumping surface and between the length, like between the length of, like there is no length for this vertical. Why? Because this S3 is 0. So if you are going to define this drawdown as S3, you can see it has no value. So S3 equals 0. I think now you can understand that simple basics. Okay, because like basically under this equation there are two types of measurements, right? Either you can measure, because I will again come back to the equation, that's okay. Before that you need to understand that either you need to know, right? Either you need to know H1 and H2, or S1 and S2, right? So either if you know H1 and H2, that's fine, or either if you know S1 and S2, that is also fine. Okay, and this is a special case. So when the radius increases, the drawdown length will become 0. Then simply the drawdown is the vertical length between the pre-pumping surface, and this depression curve. That means simply it is a line that you are sketching from this pre-pumping surface till it meets this curve, this vertical. So I think that is clear, right? So now in order to teach you the rest of the parts, I can directly go to the either board or either screen. I think now you can very clearly understand the diagram. So this is the water level inside the well. Okay, so this is the only well we are going to take the discharge, right? So here we have observation well 1, observation well 2. No discharge, just to observe, right? And also be careful, these two are two different surfaces, ground level. Don't mix up with the ground level and the pre-pumping surface. Pre-pumping surface is different, the ground level is different. So I think now you have the idea, right? So okay, so now in addition to the video lecture that I gave you, I just want to teach you about these notations. So now you can see this is the ground surface, right? This is the ground simply. So as you can see, from there we get the discharge, right? So from here we get the discharge, and this is the pre-pumping surface, right? That means the surface before pumping, right? Because like when you are going to pump out water, that level will reduce. So like that reduction, that the variation of the pre-pumping surface, or the, you can't say that the variation, but anyhow pre-pumping surface is the original surface before pumping. So when you're going to pump out water, that level will reduce. So you can simply sketch that variation like this. So this is a very good diagram where you can get to know about that. So you can see that there is a variation, right? So that is how it happens, right? So this variation, so this is the level of water level inside the well, right? Because like certain special cases are there where the water level inside the well and the end point, I will show you something like this. Now here you can consider the now just focus, here you can see simply the end point of the well, right? Now this is the water level inside the well, and this is the end point of that cone of depression or that curve. Now certain cases are there, they have sketched in such a way that ending point of this curve doesn't coincide with the water level inside the well. So just don't consider that, just ignore that. So just go for the very general case like this, okay? So that is the easiest way. So the ground surface and pre-pumping surface, the water level at rest, then the physiometric surface. I will use a different color, something like this, the physiometric surface, right? So now in addition to that, now this is our major well. This is the well that we use for the pumping purpose, right? For the pumping purpose, and this is the confined aquifer actually, and this is having a sort of a width. Now you can see the width is B. So you can see that this is the width, or you can say the thickness of the aquifer, because this is very well covered, or that means the water, that means this aquifer is very well confined because of these confined layers. One layer is here, this is one confined layer, and this is the other confined layer, right? So now in addition to that, so now I am going to focus into the calculation sheet. So now basically this is the equation, this is the basic theme equation. So now just consider this diagram again, right? So this is the original ground surface, this is the water level at rest, or the original physiometric surface. Now see, as it is indicated by their original physiometric surface, that means the water level before pumping, and this is the water level inside the well. It's a very clear diagram, water level inside the well, and this is the variation of that physiometric surface when you're going to pump out water. And we can also say it as the drawdown curve, because now I already taught you what is drawdown. Now drawdown is simply a measurement. Now see, it is the measurement for an example, if you are going to consider some say a particular distance r1. Now this is the center line that passes through the well, okay? This is the center line passes through the well. So you are just going to measure some distance r1, right? So even though this well is also having a width, right? So just consider that you are just going to connect through connect up to the midpoint, because otherwise you might be having a doubt that whether you are connect up to whether you are going to connect up to this point or till up to the mid. So just consider you are going to connect till the mid. I hope you get the point what I mean. This is something related with the measurements, right? So somewhere like here, okay? So you are going to connect the absolute center lines of this well and this well, so it doesn't matter. So now you are going to measure some horizontal distance r1 from this center line, and so when start measuring from the bottom surface, right? So start measuring from the bottom surface up to the point where it intersects with the drawdown curve. I told you this is the drawdown curve, or the variation of the physiometric surface. So if you are going to measure that, right, so there is a height h1, so this is the height h1, right? So this is that height, which is very very easy. So then but now
fully penetrating.
So then that's also another video. So that's how you are going to understand the system, right? So then so now let's consider the theme equation. So this says s1 minus s2 equals q times L. Okay, now let's see how this equation actually comes. Okay, so just consider this diagram, just consider this particular diagram, and now how the equation is formed. So now basically that equation is q equals 2 pi the conductivity, right, the flow conductivity times the width times, keep in mind guys, it is h2 minus h1, right, it is h2 minus h1. So when you focus there, see this is h2, the larger height, h2 minus h1. Okay, so h2 minus h1 divided by ln of r2 divided by r1. Okay, but in the same case you can say h2 minus h1, just focus guys, like the height difference of h2 and h2 is same as the height differences of s1 and s2. Did you get the point? It is like this. Now just consider how should I say that, the problem. Okay, so now the height difference of h2 and h1, because now h2 is larger, is same as the height difference of s1 and s2, because I told you when the radius is increasing the s value will drop down, that means the drawdown value will drop down. So now that is the scenario you need to understand. Teach you now. See, in this case, now in this case you can see this person has measured that height from the even though if you are going to consider this bottom surface, these are the basically these are the doubts that you people are having when considering the physio, when considering this equation. Now see, if you are going to consider this bottom surface, now this is the top line of the bottom surface and this is the lower line of the bottom surface. After all, this is the bottom surface, that's no problem, but even in this bottom surface there are two lines, this top one and this bottom one. So now according to this case, this guy has started measuring from the top line, right, started measuring from here. Okay, so but in according to here you can see the difference that anyhow in this case that person has started measuring from the lower line, which is here. Just for your knowledge I'm telling these things guys, okay, so not to mix up. Yeah, so now then let's consider this equation again, right. So now we can consider this case, right, we can consider this case, and okay, so now this is h1, as you can see this is h1 height measured from this as same as in my video, measured from this bottom, the top layer of this bottom surface, starting from here to here, it is h1 at a distance of r1, and this is the horizontal distance r2, so the height is h2. Okay, so that height is h2. So now basically as according to the formula, okay, the discharge rate equals 2 pi, k means that conductivity, b means the thickness, so this is that thickness, this is the thickness actually, you know, this guy, the thickness, times the height difference, h2 minus h1. Now keep in mind h2 is always higher than h1, see, h2 must be higher than h1. Okay, so then that divided by ln, that means the corresponding radius for h2 and corresponding radius to r1. So the same equation you can represent like this, but keep in mind here it is not s2 minus s1, here it is s1 minus s2. The reason is I told you radius increases, that drop down height that reduces. Okay, so this is the simple scenario. So now, but in this case, you can see there is a special constant t. So we are going to introduce this constant t by replacing this k and b. If you are going to rewrite the equation by subjecting q, these are the different variations. So this kb like this kb you can replace by t. Okay. The special case, right? So now the special case. Okay. So now again consider the ground level, GL, the well, this is the water level at rest or the physiometric surface, this is that depression curve. Okay, now you know that. So now let me just consider, now what is this height? I think, okay, so now what is this height? This height is very special because now this is the maximum height. I call this capital H. Okay, this is the maximum height, which is capital H, and this is the water level inside the well. But here what is the length? What is the radius? It is same as the radius of the well. I call this RW. Okay, because now I am going to teach you the special case. This is the radius of the well, which is RW, which is at here. This is the height when the water level is at rest, I mean like before pumping. Okay, so now this radius I will say as R naught, measured from the center line. Measured from the center line, I call this R naught. This is H. And here what can you say about the drop down? S actually equals 0. But so what is the drop down at here? What is the drop down at there? So this drop down, what is the height at there? The water level at rest. Say for an example, say it is 50. Say the water level at rest is 50. So this is the water level inside. What is this drop down? What is this? You can say drawdown. So what is this drawdown? So this drawdown is 20, right? The difference between the water level at rest and the water level inside the well. This is the drawdown actually. So we can call this as SW. So as according to the special case. Okay, right. So now you can consider this RW is like R1. This R naught is same as R2 as in the basic equation. I hope you got the point. Understand? So now again, if you are going back to the Thiem's equation, now what is the original equation? 2 pi kb S1 minus S2, right? Because S1 is higher, divided by ln of R2 divided by R1. So now no doubt for 2 pi kb. 2 pi kb, no doubt. And what is S1? S1 is the drop down at there. That's the drop down. Actually this is the drop down of the maximum water level and the water level inside the well. 50 minus 30. So but here you can call this SW. Guys, this is the special case, okay? SW. What is S2? S2 means the drawdown at there, actually 0, no value. So minus 0, because why? Because when R is maximum, right? When R is very much larger, you cannot get the drop down height. So it is 0, minus 0, or you can just put SW. When this happens, so when that drawdown happen, what is that radius? R naught. See the radius from this center line to there, where the drawdown value will be 0, because it coincides with this physiometric surface and this curve. So no difference. Here there is a difference. That means here there is a drawdown, here there is a drawdown, here there is a drawdown, and here there is a drawdown, here there is a drawdown. So when the radius is increasing, so at there is no drawdown. So that's the scenario. So it is R naught divided by R well. This is the simple scenario. 2 pi kb, k is the conductivity, b is the thickness, SW is the difference between maximum water level and the water level inside the well. So what is R naught? R naught is the radius where the height is maximum or the water level at rest, and RW is the radius of the tube, right? So that's the simplest scenario. I think you got that. That's what I was just trying to teach you. So now we can just go to a simple problem. Okay, so now just consider a well fully penetrates 25 meter thick. So what is the thickness? So now that is the problem that I am going to solve. Okay, so now I am going to discuss the problem. So I will open my data sheet. Sheet 1. Right. So now you know all the theoretical stuff. So now I am going to discuss the problem. Right. Now, well fully penetrates 25 meter thick confined aquifer after a long period of pumping at a constant rate of this much. So the rate is given. Drawdowns at distances 50 and 150 meters from the well were observed to be 3 and 3.12. Determine the hydraulic conductivity and the transmissivity. So I think no need to consider the other part. So let's do this simple problem. So before doing any problem, first of all we need to sketch it, right? So that is why I'm going to do these stuff in the live manner. So let's just collect, okay, just pick up the color. So green color I will use for the ground. What is this, guys? That's a ground. So this is the well. That's the well. Okay, and now I'm going to sketch the confined part, the confined scenario. So okay, there's a, I think I can't sketch symmetrically, so this is the confined part. Okay, so the confined part, and this is the other layer. This is the other layer, right? It's not symmetric. Say the other layer is like this. Okay, very simple. So now the important thing is we need to sketch those curves. What is this one? The water level at rest, right? The physiometric surface before pumping. This one is the water level at rest. So this is the water level inside the well. Okay, so now I am going to sketch that depression curve. So let me sketch the depression curve like this. Okay, what is that? The depression curve. This is actually symmetric. Okay, that's the depression curve, this curve and that one. So actually it is something like this. When you are going to sketch nicely, it is something like that. This is the well. Okay, right. So this is the well, this is the depression curve, this one, this is the depression curve, this is the water level at rest, the piezometric surface. Okay, doesn't matter. So now the thickness B is given according to the problem. What is the thickness? A well fully penetrated 25 meter thick. Okay, so we know the thickness. What is B? 25 meters. Right, the thickness is 25 meters, and it says pumping rate 0.05 meter cube per second. Okay, so pumping rate Q, I'll use a different color. Okay, right, so Q, pumping rate. What is the pumping rate? 0.05 meter cube per second. Okay, 0.05 meter cube per second. That is also okay. And now this problem says about the observation wells. After long pumping, drawdown distances
of 150 meters from the well were observed to be 3 and 3.12 respectively. Okay, so they have given us the drawdowns. Drawdown, guys, what is drawdown? Drawdown means, what is drawdown? Drawdown means the vertical length measured from the original physiometric surface until it intersects this curve. Okay, so as according to the problem, when the radius is 50 meters, the drawdown is 3. Okay, when the distance is 50, drawdown is 3. Okay, so let's say 50 is the center line. Okay, so when it is 50, the drawdown is, this drawdown, the vertical height, the vertical length difference from this physiometric surface to this curve, it is 3. Okay, and when it is 150, 1.2. Okay, so when the distance is 150, it is 150 measured from the center, right? When this vertical distance is 150, it is how much? It says 1.2. Okay, 1.2. This length is now 1.2. That means if I am going to reach there, when it is 50, they say this S1 is 3. When it is 150, because now these two are the observation wells, so when it is 150, it is 1.2. Okay, so that's the real scenario. So width, no, here they have used the letter D for the width, but doesn't matter, you can call any symbol. So I call it B. So that is also known, and the pump rate also known, the Q, the discharge, right? So that's the discharge. So that is also known. What else? What do they ask? Determine the hydraulic conductivity, K. Very easy, very easy. Easy, right? So because you know, okay, now write the equation again. Q equals 2 pi K K B H2 minus H1. So now you know H2 minus H1 is, now H2 minus H1 is same as S1 minus S2, right? So no doubt this you can replace by S1 minus S2. Okay, so again then we will rewrite this equation. Q equals 2 pi K B S1 minus S2 divided by ln R2 divided by R1. So now you can subject K, because that is what you need to evaluate. So just put Q equals what are the units that they have given? 0.05 meter cube per second. Okay, so now I think it's better if you are going to subject K equals how much? So K equals Q times ln R2 divided by R1, that divided by 2 pi B S1 minus S2. Okay, so what is Q now? Be very careful about the units. 0.05 meter cube per second. Okay, 0.05 ln of, it is not log guys, it is ln. What is R2? R2 is 150. What is R1? 50 divided by 2 pi. What is the width? 25 meters. 25 multiplied by, what is the difference? What is S1? I think S1 is 3 and 1.2. Okay, 3 minus 1.2. So you can just simplify. So I'm just going to use the calculator. The top part 0.05 multiplied by ln of 150 divided by 50. The top part is 0.055. You can directly get it, guys, it doesn't matter. 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 25, 3 minus 1.2, 282.7, 282.7. So the final answer would be 0.055, 0.055 divided by 282.7. I think it is 1.945. 1.945 into 10 to the power minus 4, or divided by 10 to the power 4. What are the units? Meters per second. I think we can match the answer. 16.7 meters per day. Okay, so what is our answer? Our answer is 1.945 divided by 10 to the power 4 meters per second. Okay, we can just consider that like this. Okay, so our answer was I think our answer was K was K equals what was that? 1.945 1.945 into 10 to the power minus 4 meters per second. But how many seconds we have per day? 1.945 10 to the power minus 4. How many seconds per day? Per day we have 24 hours, and 1 hour consists of 3600 seconds. So what is the answer? 1.945 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 4, 24 multiplied by 3600, 16.8 meters per day. Because the reason why we are going to consider this in day, because if you are going to consider this K in meters per second, it will be very less. That is why we are going to consider it in meters in a day, right? Okay, so that is the very important part is that certain cases are there, they will not give you the observation heights, like they will not give you any information about the observation well, but they will give you the maximum height of water. I will use a different color. Guys, you are getting my point. Some cases are there, they will not give you the observation wells, they will not give you anything about these parts, but they will give you the water level inside the well and the maximum water height. That means the water level before pumping, this maximum height, H max. Okay, so from that you can directly find the length of this drawdown, this guy. Understand the ultimate variation? So you can get this guy, and you can find, okay guys, and you can find this radius from the center now, because this is the center of the well, right? This is the center of the well, and you can find this radius at what particular radius r, you are getting this drop down 0, right? Because the only thing is that you don't know anything about the wells. they have not mentioned anything about the observation well. You don't know this one, you don't know this one, but they have given you the height up to the water level of the well, because this guy is the well, right? This is the well, right? This is the well, this is the water level of the well. So this is the height up to the water level of the well, and also they have given you the maximum height of the water at rest. So you can get this difference in simply, that will give you this length, right? Because actually the difference, actually this difference is simply, right, this difference is simply, this guy, this difference, I mean the vertical line that connects the original physiometric surface before pumping to the level of water, that gives the drawdown when the radius equals to the radius of the well. You got my point or not? Right? So now look at here, this is the water level inside the well, and the water level inside the well is here. So now if you are going to consider this drawdown, I think I will use a different color, right? I will use a different color. So if you are going to consider this drawdown, right, this drawdown, right? So this drawdown is at when the radius is same as the well radius. Understand? Because that you can evaluate, the maximum height of water. I think this part will help you in some ways. So that's it about the Thiem's equation. So this is all about the notification, so not the proof. So I hope you